All
right, we are unmuted on the stream. You guys can hear me. Was that your alarm to show up at the meeting?
Yes.
Good. Hi, everyone. My name is Andy. I'm the treasurer of the CHA.
And I'm Ray, the president. If you didn't already know that, I'm sure most of you do.
So welcome to our 2024 SCHF planning meeting. Thanks to Solaris Brewing and Blending for hosting our meeting today. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully the stream can hear me. I've shared the slides. The slides are on. We're hot. All right, fantastic. Let's get started. So there's not going to be a ton of changes. I think one thing homebrewers love is consistency, and very few things changing this year. So we'll go through it. Like I said, anyone that's here live, we have beers for you. We have pizzas on the way. Q&A, please post those in the YouTube chat. We'll take those, collate those during the break. And yeah, so let's get started. If I can move the mouse correctly to the screen. Is it, well, I see it's mirrored. It's really high production value. Okay, so we'll do a little intro to the board of directors. We'll run through all of Homebrew Fest, skip things that are really not changing at all, focus on things that we would like focused on. Some reminders for all the clubs. I'll do a break and then we'll do Q&A. So let's run through the people.
Ray, president. This has not changed since last year, so you probably all know everyone here, but
we'll let the board members, this quick cable will come unplugged and will destroy the entire AV system. So
say their names and we'll wait.
Okay, so Gabby Swider, VP. We got me. Hi guys. Dana Cortez. You may have seen him on a TV show in the past.
Hey, he's in a TV show. I've been in a movie. So.
And I've been on, I don't know, Tiffany Ashrafi over here. Rich Califoot couldn't make it, local Temecula guy. You probably saw him at the Whole Foods.
His son is here, and
his son is here in representation.
All sorts of raffle prizes for this year's raffle. Just saying.
Daryl Levy may have hung out at Daryl's couch back up in Ventura County, but one of the best bars in the world.
There you go.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Joaquin Keros. You may have, if you submitted a beer to NHC in the past 10 years, he probably.
So if you have NHC problems,
yeah, if you have problems with the Homebrew Con, you can just all direct us all to Joaquin. All right, map hasn't changed, but this is a map of KOA's facility. We're still in the star. I don't have a pointer or a laser pointer or anything, so just bear with me. So Fest is in the same exact place it's always been. What I will say, just so everyone's aware of, Vale Lake is still constantly upgrading their facility. They're spending a lot of money. I think the biggest takeaways this year, there was a plan for the Chardonnay to have lower glamping.
Lower Chardonnay.
Or lower Chardonnay to have like tents or something. That didn't happen. Yurts, that didn't happen. And yeah, unfortunately, okay, it's been almost 10 years. Lower Arroyo still doesn't have electricity. Sorry. There is a mix of cabins. I think cabins are very easy for them to install and just make a lot of money. So there's more cabins are going in. I think we took a lot of them, and I think they're all gone. But there may be even more cabins installed by Fest, so stay tuned. Is there any other camping issues that I could think of?
Yeah, they were going to take 3 or 4 spots in the Oaks to put cabins in. It was supposed to be ready for call out. I don't know if it ever was.
So if you're looking for last minute camping, there's always sites available. They end up being in Arroyo, but there may be cabins last minute. And sometimes you as a clubs will release sites, let the club reflector know if you do some trading on there, and let people know. But always check last minute. So Friday night, I'll do Friday, you do Saturday.
Got it.
Okay, so Friday, setup begins at 2.
2-ish.
2-ish, try to make it 2. We'll go over that. Ice service, 2:30 on the half hour. The shuttles will start at 5. Fest. Check-in, 5:30. 6 o'clock, Fest starts. We do 6 to 9. We'll do some bragging rights. We'll have the DJ. But let's go through this slide by slide. So Friday night, our world famous Pro Pour. You didn't update 2024.
I did. It should have been there.
I downloaded version C, not version D, I guess. Okay, so that's just imagine that's that says 2024. So
do we talk about Parkfield?
Yes, we will talk about Parkfield, the details. So in the past few years of Fest, if you've gone since 2015, We've always had the operational goal of having new breweries show up every year for ProPour. We're going to rescind that rule for a while and probably invite some OGs in the future. And specifically this year, probably the one we want to focus on, at least we'll go through everyone, but Farfield Brewing came last year. We're brewing a beer for Fest with them this week. We're doing a Janet's Brown Ale clone with Palo Santo wood. So you'll have a modern brown ale that you'll, absolutely just sell out crowd. Everyone loves a brown ale. But we said Palo Santo wood for that. Barrel and Stave, if you ever had Jocavesa from Stone Brewing, then you've had Chris Banker's world famous beer. Chris opened up his own brewery, so Chris is going to come out. He's come to Fest many times before. Solaris, you're at Solaris, so you'll have more of their beer. Some Grodzicki, some weird one-off beers, very homebrewy. Shadow Grove, if you know Tyler from the brewery, the Brewed Up podcast, she works at Shadow Grove, doing some fantastic stuff. She just won an award, the Michael Jackson Foundation, like a sponsorship for her education. So fantastic brewery. Sage Brews. I know Kim pretty well from just being in the industry, but she does like organic beers, like farmhouse, farm to table type beers. And then Ism. If you've ever had a beer from Beechwood or Rip, well, Beechwood and Rip had a baby and it became Ism. Blanking on his name right now.
Ian
McCall, fantastic hoppy beer brewer, and they're pouring. And so we bent some of our rules. Ism just opened up, but Ian's a pretty good guy.
They have history.
And so if you've had any beers from anyone in the Long Beach area that has hops in it, it'll be very good. So looking like a great lineup this year. The Fest map, very much the same, really no edits. I think the biggest change is, there used to be a fence between the homebrew and the pro, and I dropped that from the license, and ABC doesn't seem to mind. We have signs that say don't move the beer between the two areas, but that's fine. As a reminder to all the Fest, I think to all the clubs, before we go through the logistics of the day, you guys could definitely pour Friday night. I think sometimes people think we can't. We encourage it. The event is for you guys. It's not for us. It's not for the pro brewers necessarily. So we highly encourage you guys pouring Friday night. I think that's part of the event. Then that's important. So, I know it sucks you drive in, you set everything up and you're like, I just don't want to do anything, but I think pouring Friday night is cool and it's a cool option for everyone. This map will be shown a few times. We'll go through it more in a second. I'm going to hand it over to Dana for a little bit of volunteer stuff, but this is the 2:00 volunteer check-in process.
So for anybody who's volunteering, we need volunteers to help run the festival. Volunteering is, there's a bunch of different tasks that need to be done. We have front desk check-in on both Friday night and on Saturday during the day. We have helping with the merch booth. One of the ones that I always preferred before I was on the board was the Friday setup. Friday setup is great. If you're in early on Friday, you can come in the afternoon and help us set up some of these tents. The tents are up, but set up the lights and set up the trash cans and get all ready to run Fest. We can't run Fest without a whole bunch of volunteers. We need about 100, 110 volunteers to run the Fest over the course of the weekend. And we have shifts on both Friday, Saturday, and a little bit on Sunday morning. We're done early on Sunday. We're usually done by 9:30, 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. So, and if you wish to volunteer, you can go on the website and click on the link. Maybe we'll circulate one. If you've already bought a ticket and you want to volunteer, we can either refund your money for your ticket or you can turn that into bonus. They want to see you. That you can go on bonus. You get some bonus tickets, bonus raffle tickets. What else about volunteering?
You do have to be a member, so you have to pay the $10.
You do have to be a CHA board not a CHA member in order to attend Fest, but volunteering is a great thing to do. I volunteered for many years. Actually, I think every year I've gone to Fest, I've volunteered, and it's a great way to give back. And some of the shifts are really easy to do. The more you volunteer, the more preferential you are treated with regards to the shift that you're given. So if you've been showing up for a couple of years, I'm going to give you the shift on the day that you choose. If you're new, you might get stuck with one that isn't ideal, but they're all fantastic. Next year, you're going to come back and you're going to have proven yourself.
And it's only
2 hours, right?
Yeah, it's
2 hours.
just usually 2 hours. It depends on the shift. Like the Sunday morning cleanup, we're usually done in about 45 minutes. It's really quick. The setup on Friday was also, it's a 2-hour shift. If we get the work done earlier, then we just let everyone go. Otherwise, it's 2 hours. I can either be during fest, like there might be like a Saturday morning shift, Saturday afternoon shift, something like that. Anyway, we need volunteers to help run the festival, and we appreciate it. You can reach out to a board member, reach out to our social, or click on any one of our links on our social that's asking for volunteers, and we appreciate it. That's it.
Thank you, Dana. All right.
See, lose my mouse again.
All right. Friday afternoon, excuse me, 2 o'clock. So, we're setting Fest up on Thursday even. So there's a lot that goes into it. We will strive with all due haste to let you into the event at 2 o'clock. Please be patient with us at the gate. You'll receive a club packet on Friday. This will have a schedule, reminder for the rules of pouring. There'll be ice tickets. So we have an ice truck for you guys. You get bags of ice. Shrinkflation has occurred. Those ice bags only have 17 pounds now or something, not 20. So, it's life now. Each club, you get an ice ticket allotment. You can purchase more ice. We don't care what you do with the ice. Take it back to your club site, take it to your campsite, use the ice. Just, don't waste the ice is our MO. You need that club packet signed out by a club member. There's only one packet for every club, and you'll be given it the first club member that shows up. So if you have a big, a caravan of trucks, the first person is getting that packet, and it has all your stuff in it. Traffic flow, we want to definitely spend a few minutes on this because it's, as we kind of knock down all of our big issues over the years, this has become, it's not a crazy important problem. It has become our probably largest kind of delay for setting up Fest. When you enter, you're going to enter in the counterclockwise way to get to your booth. So your club packet says your booth number. You drive to that booth number. You drop your stuff off. We really need you to drop off and go.
Can I?
Yes.
Just an FYI, you haven't heard, your booth numbers except for a minor change at the far end are going to be unchanged from last year. All the clubs that were there last year are coming back this year. There are no new clubs. It's exactly the same. So you're pretty much in the exact same spot, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
Like I said, towards the very end, the last half dozen booths, I had to move someone. But other than that, it's all the same.
And we will distribute that map ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like I said, the traffic flow is really important for us, especially now that we've added booths at the around 9 o'clock on this map. We have the hook, right? We put some on both sides this year.
No, we had the only one that was on the opposite side was Julia, and she's not going.
So there'll be less of a traffic hazard around there because it just gets so narrow. And I get it. I'll wax poetically about this for a second. I get it. You see your friends. You've been seeing people since last Fest. You start setting up your stuff. You got a new double IPA. I use some new hops. Pour some glasses. Start talking. You leave your car parked with your hazards on without a key. I don't know whose car this is. I start asking questions. You need those cars moved. So please drop your stuff off. Leave the event. There'll be plenty of time to talk to everyone. I assure you. So ice service at 2:30, ice on the half hour. That's what Ernie used to say a lot. So we want to remember that. Ice on the half hour at 2:30. So volunteer shifts go to the ice truck. They wait for you. You bring your ice tickets. You get ice bags. Once we run out of that line, so if you're not there at 2:30 or 3:30 or 4:30, once they serve everyone, they leave. They don't stay there for the entire time. So please be prompt with being there for the ice. A little diagram on your booth. I think everyone, since we have no new clubs, right? So we've all people that have done it before. All veterans. We try to line up the booths up on a line. We give you 10 feet. You get to do what you want with the front and the behind of that. The biggest thing is no open fire cooking behind your booth. I know people want to bring food, so if you have a crock pot or something, do that. No smoking. We'll talk about no smoking behind your booth. There's a smoking section. I don't know if I have a slide dedicated to that. I'll just say it now. Inside the event, there is a smoking section. It's on the corner. It's on 9 o'clock pointing north. So it's on the edge of the park. It's kind of by on this map, it's at 9 o'clock. That's where you want to be doing that. So please don't do it behind your booth. We do allow shade in front of your booth. We don't want a lot of gear in front of your booth because the event site looks big, but once we load everyone in and load all these pop-ups in, it gets small very quickly. So we don't want a lot of tables and chairs and things in front of your booth. Behind the booth is up to you. So yeah, like I say, no tables, chairs, no other furniture in front of your booth. A pop-up for shade is allowed.
There's a few booths where that's an issue.
There's a few booths at the north end, the 12 to 1 o'clock corner, where there's a lot of shade and it's cramped because there's a lot of roots to trees. Again, this is a ever-changing event site. We might show up and find the whole event site has changed due to some tree movement and stuff. We just, we don't want to sacrifice space for fluid movement of people around the event. So just be cognizant of that. We may ask you to move something if we think it's kind of impeding people moving around the event. So at 5 p.m., our shuttle service will begin. We have the same bus company as ever. They'll take people around. I want to say we do the entire event on Friday night. I can't remember. I've never written. Yeah. I'll be honest. I've never ridden the shuttle. We do the whole event site Friday night.
I think they go till 9:30.
Then they go to 9:30. So if you need to get a bus ride, we'll have signs staked out around the campground or where the bus picks up, and then it'll circulate all night. What we don't do Friday night is into Temecula. That's only Saturday.
Yeah. And that's only one.
And only
one trip in the morning, one trip
one in, one out. Yeah. Friday. So we'll talk a little longer about this too. Friday, the hour prior to the licensed event. As a reminder to everyone, this is a fully licensed ABC event. We are under the scrutiny of the sheriff, the Riverside Sheriff, and the Riverside ABC office during this entire thing. This is not just a party. This is legitimate. It used to be my name on the ABC license. Now it's Ray's name.
Thanks.
So if we have any issues, we do have really good insurance, so he'll be fine. But please don't make us exercise that insurance at any time. So at 5 o'clock, so that's an hour before licensed event, we're going to ask you guys to absolutely remove your cars. Please keep moving. And in this year, we want to focus on really stop testing out your gear at 5 o'clock. Again, that double IPA with Mosaic can wait. Please get out of the event. We need you guys to get wristbanded, ID'd, wristbanded, and ready to go. Wristbanding essentially starts around this time, 5 to 5:30 is when we'll get to it. But we wristband only at the front gate. So that's that transition because we have to make the event 21 up. Kids are not allowed in the event. No children. No one under 21 can be inside the event.
Yeah, sorry, but no. It keeps getting asked. No designated driver tickets.
No
it would
tickets.
be. It would be just so much hassle to try to deal with that.
No animals at the event. Some people are animals, but no animals. But no babies. None of that. Tiffany. Sorry. No kids. Kid-free event. So we have to make sure everyone's wristbanded. And so I think you've noticed this if you've been in the past. We will walk around in concentric circles asking you to see your wristband. That's how we make sure the event is legitimate. As a reminder to everyone about IDs, you have to bring an ID. We will not let you in this event. If I have any rule, I will not let you in this event without a valid ID.
Non-expired.
Not valid. That's what valid is. So valid means not expired or in date. Photo. Agreeable IDs are state IDs, driver's license. So if you don't have a driver's license, a passport or a military ID. Those are all valid IDs in the state of California.
Preferably a U.S. passport.
Preferably a U.S. passport.
And you may laugh at it every year.
There will be
year it
people
happens.
that will bring anything to try to get in this event. That's how awesome this event is. So
I've
just
had people show me photocopies of their driver's license because they forgot it, but they remember the photocopy. Wait.
So please bring your ID. I think the only thing to remind everyone there is we really want that hour before the event. So the event starts at 6 on Friday. The event starts at 11 on Saturday. That hour before, we really got to convert the event from the volunteerism into the professional licensed event. 6 o'clock, we kick it off. Booths can pour. The pro pours will occur. And then, unless I have more slides about this Friday. Oh, yeah. So 6 to 7. Yeah. So 6 to 9 is the event. we'll talk about, Ray will get into the more mechanics of closing the event every night before we go to Saturday, but 6 to 9 is the Friday night. 6 to 7 will be the bragging rights drop-off time. So if you have a bragging rights beer, it's Cal Common in honor of Anchor Brewing this year. This is where you drop it off. They'll be clearly marked. We have a CHA branded pop-up to drop it off at. You will need the beer.
And I'm assuming Denise, once again, will be and Leslie will
Okay.
be handling that.
The beer is Cal Common. You will need your club name and the persons who brewed the beer. We hold that information so that we can publicize that the next day after we vote.
One beer per club.
One
Entry
beer
per
per
club.
club. One entry per club, yeah. What was our vessel? Remind me of the vessels that we were allowed?
Cans, but anything from cans to growlers.
32 ounces
You just
and above.
At least 32 ounces, and you
Yes.
will not get the vessel back.
so 2 cans, 2 bottles, a growler if you want to lose it.
If
Growler, if you
it's
have a
really good,
growler.
a 5-gallon vessel. But though the requirement is if you win, you got to serve it next day. So you got to bring at least the balance of the 5-gallon keg, because you got to serve it at your club if you win. DJ from 7 to 9. We'll end the event at 9, and maybe you can. I'll let Ray talk about closing the event, because this will happen both nights.
Okay, last year we tried to kind of chase people out, stop entries at 8:45. We're not going to do that this year. You have until 9 to come back in. We are going to call last call at 8:45. Please. At 9 o'clock, let's clear out of there as best we can. Especially on Saturday. I've been up since 6:45 that morning working. I am fried. The rest of us are fried. We're ready to go. So if you can just 11 to 9, you've had plenty of time to drink. You're good, and you're going to go back to your campsite anyway. So please, let's at 9 o'clock, let's shut her down and get out of there. We appreciate it.
I think the other thing I've noticed, I think everyone's really good about this. I think it's getting better over the years. It's not so much the people that are in this room right now or on this YouTube channel. It's your club members. So just remind your club members, hey, we really want to get out of here. We're going to have the music is going to go till 9, right? They will, go all the way till 9. So we know you want to be at the event. We just want to wrap up the event as quick as possible. All right, Saturday, all you.
Thank you, Andy. I know most of you have seen this. We'll have the gates open for you to continue to set up about 7 a.m. Last year, I think I was out there at 6:45, but somewhere around there. Ice service will begin at 9:30. At 10 o'clock, everyone needs to send the club to the server training. Don't forget this. Please do this. I will try to remind you via email, but that's mandatory. Shuttle service starts at 10 o'clock also. 10:30 is when we'll have festival check-in at the front gates. We'll try to do it sooner than that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, and most people check in Friday nights anyways, because most of you are out there. 11 o'clock, we'll get it started. We'll also make announcements, including who won the bragging rights the night before. Steve Castleman will not be showing, but we will be playing his song that night, or that day. We again have 2 talks at 11:30 and 12:30. Kim from Snafu will be talking about how to get your clubs more involved in the local craft scene. So I'm looking forward to this and some hints for my club. And then the world famous Denny Kahn will be talking about simplifying your homebrewing. So once again, to our bands this year, we're bringing back the same bands from last year for all 3 sets. They seem very popular. The Boil Over, buy your raffle tickets. How do you put it? Yeah. We'll again be at 3:30. Oh, speaking of the Boil Over, this came up from one of the other clubs about being able to announce winners for homebrew competitions. So if your clubs, and I'll make sure and send the club reps this email, want to talk about something for 2 minutes, you want to give an award, you want to talk about something, let us know, and during the Boil Over, we'll let you have a minute to get up and talk about what you want to talk about. You got a big event coming up that you want to promote. Let's do so. Again, 7 a.m. setup. It's going to be the same like it was on Friday. It's no different. We're just hoping that by 10 o'clock, vehicles are cleared. Please do this. It's kind of a pain. And then everyone's wristbanded. We'll go through and walk through again to make sure everyone's wristbanded. You can stay. In years past, we would have cleared the fest ground completely. We don't do that anymore, but we're going to make sure that everyone that's inside has their wristband. Once again, 9:30 ice service every hour on the half hour. Like Andy mentioned, if someone's out there at 11:30 to do ice and for the first 10 minutes no one shows up, they're going to shut down. So make sure you're there at that half hour mark. The refs meeting, 10 o'clock, main stage. Every club must send a representative. Please. Daryl, do you want to talk about RBS at all?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I will be sending out information to the reps list. We still need to get the people that rep your club that have their RBS certification. Please don't just say it's the same people as last year. I need names just so that I can track it. And that way we can check with ABC, make sure they're current. If you had your RBS in the past 2 years, you should still be current. And for at least another year, I think you said, right?
I think we said it's a 3 years. So
Yeah. We check it with ABC, make sure everybody's still good. And we check to make sure that person is coming to Fest, that they have a ticket or volunteering. So I'll be sending that out this week, and just please get the form filled out. Everybody will be good.
yeah, I think it means we're all good this year, and the next year everyone's going to have to go through the training again. Okay, festival starts at 11 o'clock. Good times, and we'll make announcements. And announce the Bragging Rights Winning Club. Our 2 talks, Kim Kresbendowski, I hope I said that right, how to get your homebrew club involved in a wider craftier community. That should be good because she's from Snafu, which is in Southern Nevada. Yes, we go outside of California for part of our fest. But they are hosting CBC this year in Nevada just prior. So she's very involved in that. So it should be a really good talk. And then once again, Denny Kahn, friend of Drew Beecham.
Life begins at 1060.
There you go. Author, we'll be talking about simplifying things, which is some of us get older is a good thing. Your mom band will play it too, just like they did last year for an hour. 3:30 to 4 o'clock, the boil over when we announce all our wonderful winners for all our raffles. We'll introduce all these fine people that are in front of you. We'll announce the Club of the Year award and do our big raffle. Then in the evening from 4:30 to 6:30, the Maltos Falcons Brews Band. Do I'm saying that correctly to make sure I get it right? Maltos Falcons, they changed it again. Okay, we'll be playing. And then those guys from last year will be playing for 7 and 9. Festival ends at 9 o'clock. Last shuttle leaves at 9:30. And like I said, please, let's be ready to get out of there at 9 o'clock for all our sakes. You got plenty of drinking to do back at the campsite. We all know that. And then we'll close the gates somewhere near 10 o'clock once we get the place cleared. And then I guess Sunday morning we'll have the gates open around 8 for you to finish clearing out. Saturday night, I know a lot of the clubs want to try to get cleaned up. Don't forget, no vehicles on Saturday night. If you're going to haul stuff out, you're on your own. You're muling it by hand. Other than that, it's the next morning. And then 11 o'clock, our vendors are probably going to come through and start tearing things down. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you reminded me. Food vendors, there are going to be some changes for what's there on Saturday. But the most important thing I want to talk about is 2 things. The coffee truck will be back on Saturday mornings. And for popular demand, we are going to have a taco truck on Friday nights.
To kind of give some history to food at Fest, the event is obviously becoming a more, DIY, your home brewers, but bringing food used to be a big part of this event. Bringing food, having your potlucks and stuff. We've always had people say, "Hey, where's a Friday night? We get something." And in the past, I want to say it's 16 and 17, we had food Friday night, and then the feedback from the vendor was, "I sold nothing," and then they stopped coming. So I just encourage us. We're going to bring back. So we have someone booked for Friday.
We have Friday night.
We know Saturday is fine. That's easy. Coffee guy is great, but we're going to do it again. But if that person keeps saying, "I didn't make my money," then that'll be our issue. So please traffic these vendors as much as possible and tell people that there will be food basically for the entire licensed part of this event. So that there will be food available. We just don't want to neglect these vendors because we do kind of put some captive audience to them. They have to stay there. They can't leave immediately. It's hard to get in and out of our event. We don't let you guys leave because we don't want you guys drinking and driving. we lock those guys in the fest event, and we only let them leave at 9 or past close. So please traffic those food vendors. The only thing I wanted to say on Sunday is, I mean, the Sunday morning teardown is fast, right? It's people pack up and go. We have the same issue we have the setup is teardown, right? The big circle starts when you stop and we chat. It ties up the event. It's easier on Sunday because we're not trying to license the event. We're just trying to leave. But just keep that in mind to keep moving on Sunday.
Let's see what's next. Oh yeah.
Do we know who's the food yet? Do we have a list?
Yeah, I sort of Devilicious will be back. I know the taco truck that Joaquin got is the same people as the coffee truck will be there Friday and Saturday. There is a pierogi sausage vendor. I'm trying to remember. No. There is a snack vendor. There's, I guess that's everything. So we'll have 4 food vendors instead of 3 on Saturday, plus food on Friday night.
So we do there's an RBS slide.
He just talked about that.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So
What
that says.
do what the slide says.
Just a reminder, we always have these people too. I think they're mainly people that are non-club related. Midnight on May 1st is probably going to be our deadline to buy tickets. There are no ticket sales at the door. So you have to have a membership and buy your ticket, please, before then. I always come home. I don't really check my email when I'm out there because internet's wonky. And then I get home and find half a dozen people that have emailed. Tried to get my membership on the 3rd and I don't have a ticket. Sorry.
We always allow people to transfer. Say a week ahead of time, hey, I can't make it. So if you have a membership and you have a registration and you have a friend that has a membership, you can move your ticket to that person, but we will not deal with this at the event. I've been very gracious and I try to make appease everyone at the event, but man, it is like a half hour of work when we have no extra half hours around to like fix that stuff. So do that ahead of time, talk to us ahead of time. If we don't email you back, I mean, we're not dealing with it. We had to deal with it earlier. I know things happen, life occurs, but these are the kind of things that it just makes us, it just puts us all out of whack at the event. We'll transfer tickets, but if it's closed on the website, it's closed. Transfers case by case basis.
And then I think we'll take a break. Pizza's on its way.
Pizza's on its way.
Think of questions in 5 minutes or so. We'll come back to it.
When's the schedule going to be posted online?
We can get that up we can get
Today.
up that today.
We get it up today. All right. Coming back from our break, we will, there's no slide going forward. We have one question from the chat about what is VIP. That is a new thing we didn't talk about this year. And we do have a merch update. So I'm going to do the merch first, and then I'm going to have Ray talk about what VIP means. So
I lost the screen.
You dragged it off.
I'm going to close this is like high technology here, PowerPoints and everything. So let's do the, that screen is being shared. Let's see.
Can you shrink that?
Yeah, no, I gotta bring the Slack back. So this year, thanks to our merchandise board member, Tiffany, we have some fantastic new merch for you. I'm gonna make this screen as big as possible. So we did a couple things this year. So first, we've expanded what we will be selling at the merch booth, and we have updated our festival, or well, our association logo. So this is some sneak preview on what the new merch is. So if you see our new logo, we will have hats. Hats have been in
Finally.
high demand for many years, and now, well, I was the holdout. I was a stickler. I didn't think our original logo looked very good on anything, and so we updated it. So this is your new merch. So this will roll out this year. Shout out to Colin from the Malthus Falcons for the redesign. I think we have, if I go up, we have the actual event logo is,
I thought I sat down.
is it here? Here. So there is your Fest glass for 2024. Yeah, no, really, really interesting kind of competition this year for the logo. Everyone was like doing throwbacks, like 90s kind of beer glass type logos. So this was I think this was the best one of them all. So
And it's a bigger glass, so it's a usable
Quarter.
glass when you go home.
yeah, Jeff Case was the award winner for this one. This is a quarter liter.
I think
Is
it's
it
a
250 ml glass?
11.3 ounces.
11.3 ounces. Okay. All right. And then, so with, you noticed on this slide, we have VIP. So I'm going to have Ray explain what VIP is.
Sorry, we're just rolling out VIP for the first time this year. For a premium, it is a little more expensive, but we're looking at, you're going to have a separate line to get in, hopefully speed up your entrance. You're going to get a swag bag filled with a t-shirt. Some other things we're still deciding on. It'll be a surprise.
The lanyard.
I'm getting to that. The big one is every year people want the glass holding lanyards. We got them this year, but it's for the VIPs only. So that's how you get your lanyard if you want a lanyard. Unfortunately, we did close VIP early because we had to have a final number. Something interesting going on in the background?
No, I think people are coming.
Oh, people are coming in. But hopefully people will enjoy this and we'll do this going forward. But that's what we're doing with VIP.
Yeah, Ray alluded to the faster check-in line. I could probably pull it up, but it'll probably crash my laptop. Where the volunteers check in is where the VIPs check in. So it's always a shorter line. So if you're in the front of the booth and you're staring at the event, we break down the alphabet of last names. On the right, to you on the right-hand side of all that is VIP and check-in, basically. That's your shortest line. Doesn't matter what your last name is, you go there for VIP. We'll have a very big sign that says VIP.
So that's the VIP. Any other questions? We charged, it was, like I said, we had to close it out on April 1st. So we showed it on social media because we have
Roughly double.
we have to have the numbers for the orders. It was $99.
$99.99. So I think to kind of explain that maybe as a cultural element a little more, and financial too, the fest costs money. I don't think it's a galloping shock to anyone that running an event like this costs some amount of money. We want to, philosophically, we don't want this event to cost a lot of money because you bring everything, right? It's an event for you. But fences cost money, security costs money, everything is dollar. I mean, I want to look at our toilet budget this year. So, we thought if we have more people attend, that's a struggle. Home brewing is stabilizing, I think, in terms of attendance, but it's not coming up anytime soon. But we also wanted to give people a way to give back to the event for something, right? Add some merch at this, but then that dollar spent on the VIP go directly back to help the event be sustainable. I think financially speaking, to be transparent with everyone, I think we are stabilizing. I would say last 10 years we've been in a little bit of a slide, but we are getting better. Our costs have increased. That's not, I think, a shock to anyone. Our costs have gone up, but we try to manage that as much as possible. But yeah, we didn't raise ticket prices since 22, since we came back. Maybe you did $5. I don't remember.
No, we
but
didn't.
We didn't actually. So we want to keep that as flat as much as possible, please. We want to keep that low, given everything else. But I thought we decided the VIP ticket allows you to get a little bit with merch and allows the event to be sustainable. And merch and raffle are really key knobs for us. We try to, I would say, raffle, every year has gotten better. In the last couple of years, we've really worked very hard to provide as many things in the raffle and high ticket items that attract more people. And the merch that you see on the screen is also a reflection of, we think people want to support the CHA as much as possible the other 363 days of the year that you are out and about. Yeah. Any other questions at Solaris? Questions from the internet? The dimension of the glass, we'll put that or in an email or try to get that out. The 11.3 ounce glass, I don't know if I'm that will not be.
It's probably very similar to this.
It's probably very similar to the glass.
It's
That's
this
more
shape.
like a 16. That's like a 16 ounce.
but that shape.
Yeah, we can try to distribute that. I know some people. I know there's a guy that has a programmable robot that pours beer for everyone, and I know they want the definitive specs for their robotic arm, as to not crush the glass while it serves it to you.
Yeah.
One of the best. Honestly, every year I've been more impressed. But that robot is one of the best things I've ever seen at Fest. Okay. I don't see any more in the chat. I don't hear any more here. So once again, thank you to Solaris Brewing for hosting our meeting today. Fantastic work.
Please spend your money when you leave.
Please, yeah, buy some. Look at these. Look at all these 4-packs, and look at all these bottles of barrel-aged beer that are waiting for you to purchase. So thank you once again. We will see you on the emails, on social media, and most importantly, we are less than 30 days away from Fest, your 31st Southern California Homebrewers Festival. Thank you, everyone. See you then.